Plank jacks. Plank jacks are a type of bodyweight exercise that works several muscles in your body, including your abs, legs, and shoulders. To perform a plank jack, start in a plank position, with your hands placed shoulder-width apart and your body forming a straight line from your head to your heels. Then, jump both feet out to the sides, like you're doing a jumping jack, while keeping your hands in place. Next, jump your feet back together to the starting position. Repeat this movement for arm howlers. Arm howlers are a type of exercise that can target the muscles in your arms, shoulders, and upper back. To perform arm howlers, you will need a sturdy surface, such as a pull-up bar or a set of gymnastics rings. To begin, grasp the bar or rings with your hands and hang from the bar or rings with your arms fully extended. Then, lift your body up by pulling your elbows down and back towards your waist, keeping your body straight. Lying reverse crunch. A lying reverse crunch is a type of exercise that targets the muscles in your lower abdominal area. To perform a lying reverse crunch, you will need to lie on your back on a mat or other flat surface. To begin, place your hands behind your head, with your elbows out to the sides. Then, lift your legs up so that your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle and your lower legs are parallel to the floor. Next, use your abs to lift your hips up off the floor, bringing your knees towards your chest. Crunch kicks. Crunch kicks are a type of exercise that target the muscles in your abs and hips. To perform crunch kicks, you will need to lie on your back on a mat or other flat surface. To begin, place your hands behind your head, with your elbows out to the sides. Then, lift your legs up so that your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle and your lower legs are parallel to the floor. Next, use your abs to lift your upper body up off the floor, keeping your neck relaxed. Leg lifts. Leg lifts are a type of exercise that target the muscles in your hips, legs, and lower abdominal area. To perform leg lifts, you will need to lie on your back on a mat or other flat surface. To begin, place your hands under your lower back for support, or extend your arms straight out to the sides if you want to increase the challenge. Then, lift both legs up off the floor, keeping your legs straight. Next, lower your legs back down to the starting position, being careful not to let one-legged bridge pose. The one-legged bridge pose, also known as the Eka Pada Rajpotsana, is a yoga posture that strengthens the muscles in your hips, legs, and core. To perform this pose, you will need to lie on your back on a mat or other flat surface. To begin, bend one knee and place your foot on the floor, with your other leg extended straight up towards the ceiling. Next, lift your hips up off the floor, pressing through the foot on the floor and keeping your extended leg in the air. Bicycle crunch. The bicycle crunch is a type of exercise that targets the muscles in your abs, hips, and lower back. To perform a bicycle crunch, you will need to lie on your back on a mat or other flat surface. To begin, place your hands behind your head, with your elbows out to the sides. Then, lift your legs up so that your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle and your lower legs are parallel to the floor. Next, bring your right elbow towards your left knee, while straightening your right leg out. Right leg lateral raise. The right leg lateral raise is an exercise that targets the muscles in your outer hip and thigh, including your hip abductors. To perform this exercise, you will need to stand on one leg, with your other leg bent slightly to help maintain your balance. To begin, stand on your right leg and lift your left leg out to the side, keeping your leg straight and your foot flexed. Next, lower your left leg back down to the starting position, being careful not to let your standing leg bend or buckle. Wide arm push-ups. Wide arm push-ups are a variation of the traditional push-up exercise that target the muscles in your chest, triceps, and shoulders. To perform wide arm push-ups, you will need to get into a plank position, with your hands placed wider apart than shoulder width. To begin, start in a plank position with your hands positioned wider than shoulder width apart. Make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders and your feet are hip width apart. Cat-cow pose. The cat-cow pose is a yoga exercise that helps to stretch and strengthen the muscles in your spine, neck, and hips. To perform the cat-cow pose, you will need to start on your hands and knees. To begin, start on your hands and knees, with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Make sure your spine is neutral and your head is in line with your back. Then, as you inhale, arch your back and look up, allowing your belly to drop towards the floor. Push-ups. Push-ups are a classic exercise that target the muscles in your chest, triceps, and shoulders. They can be performed anywhere, using just your body weight, making them a convenient and effective way to build upper body strength. To perform a push-up, start in a plank position with your hands positioned under your shoulders and your feet hip-width apart. Make sure your body is straight, with your abs engaged and your head in line with your back. Then, bend your elbows and lower your body down towards the floor, keeping your body straight. Split jump squat. The split jump squat is a plyometric exercise that targets the muscles in your legs, hips, and glutes. It's a more advanced exercise that requires good balance, coordination, and leg strength. To perform the split jump squat, start by standing with your feet hip-width apart. Then, step one foot forward and one foot back, so that you are in a lunge position. Make sure your front knee is directly over your ankle and your back knee is close to the floor. Next, lower your back knee. Scissor kicks. Scissor kicks are a bodyweight exercise that target the muscles in your core, particularly your lower abs. They are typically performed lying on your back on the floor or on a mat. To perform scissor kicks, lie on your back with your arms at your sides and your legs extended straight up towards the ceiling. Then, lower one leg down towards the floor while keeping the other leg extended straight up, creating a scissor-like motion with your legs. Next, switch legs and repeat the movement, alternating between your left and right leg. Staggered arm push-up from the knee. Staggered arm push-ups from the knees is a variation of the traditional push-up exercise that targets the chest, triceps, and shoulders. The exercise involves starting in a plank position with one hand positioned slightly ahead of the other, creating a staggered stance. It's important to maintain proper form throughout the exercise, keeping your body straight and your core engaged to avoid injury. You can make the exercise more challenging by performing it on your toes instead of your knees, or by adding weights such as a weighted vest.